Everybody, my name is Sean Heidemann. I'm a real estate broker here in the Phoenix, Arizona area. And every month I do a Phoenix market report for my clients and for people that aren't quite my clients yet. Hopefully, convert them to be a client. But so I do a Phoenix market report, so it helps my clients decide on when's the best time to buy, when's the best time to sell, and also investors as well. You can kind of use the information to gauge your investments and whatnot. But today I'm starting off with something fun here. This is an aerial from 1953. And I'm a native here. I grew up here. So I remember before all the rooftops and all the freeways and everything went in and what it looked like. I wasn't born in 1953, but this is an aerial of the area, um, a specific area, a very popular area in Phoenix. Probably nobody can recognize it right now. So here's 1993. I was alive in 1993. But the wash that goes right through here, looks like there's a neighborhood that went in over here with a golf course. There's the neighborhood. There's the mountain over here. Here's some more development that's kind of come in around this area. 2006. And so this is Paradise Valley and Scottsdale in 2022. So here's the wash right here. So engineers, they developed this into a kind of a retainage ditch, green belt. So the water still does flood through here, um, but it doesn't affect the houses around it because it was engineered correctly and built. But here's Paradise Valley, Scottsdale over here, and here's another aerial of without the city boundaries there. But yeah, here's the boundary, Paradise Valley. Here's I believe that's Camelback Mountain and Piasqua Peak. Um, here's Cormac Ranch, built around this way here. But yeah, that's just kind of a fun thing to look at. I remember when I was little, the development and things that went up and around. I remember the freeway where I lived in Scottsdale. It hadn't the 101 hadn't looped around by the freeway, and I remember riding my bike over there. And when they first started putting in the freeway, I remember all the construction work and everything that was going along there, and the section of the area, the desert where I used to ride the bike, where they built the freeway over it. But yeah, that's kind of a fun thing to talk about. So here's the annual sales rate. So this is the number of annual sales each year. So we're in 2024 right now. So we have less overall sales right now than we did last year, and because the interest rates have gone up. But we are close to market in 2002, 2003. Yeah, 62. So right around 2002 and 2003 is the amount of volume of transactions that were going on. This is 2008 with all the foreclosures and the HUDs and short sales. As you can see, there's not a whole lot of foreclosures going on. So if you're sitting on the sidelines waiting for the market to crash, what takes the market to be able to crash is supply to exceed the buyer's demand in the market. And the reason why the market crashed in 2008 and between this period is because the over influx of foreclosures and low demand for buying. So federal funds rate and the 10-year treasury bond. So we've been in an inversion. So an inversion is where the 2-year bond is above the 10-year bond. So when you invest in a bond, you would expect if you're investing it over a longer period of time, 10 years, that you would have a better return on investment than a 2-year bond. But we've been in an inversion for 787 days, and we finally crossed over and ended the inversion recently here in August. So why is this important? The inversion tells us that the 10-year bond, when it crosses over, then mortgage rates will typically decrease. The federal government will stop raising the federal funds rate and they'll start lowering it. And once they lower it, then the mortgage rates will go back down again. So that's where we are currently right now, and this is why federal market and why the interest rates are going back down. So in a recession, so the federal government will declare a recession when unemployment goes up. So when unemployment goes up, then the 2-year bond um, goes back down, and that also causes mortgage rates to come down. So historically, here's a historical chart, shows that each time when unemployment goes up, then the 2-year bond also goes down. And so here's mortgage rates. So they've recently kind of come down. This is not an exact slide. This is as of October 4th. But if you would like to know what the current mortgage rates are, you can give me a call. I provide my information under the More Information tab on this video. And so through your 30-year bond and the 10-year bond. So can the mortgage rates come down any further? So the spread between the 10-year and the 30-year will determine on how much the mortgage rates have to come down. So there's still quite a bit of a spread, and you see the difference here with the 10-year and the 30-year. And then historically, it's been kind of in a narrow range between the two. Here's another chart. It shows the long-term average of the spread is about 1.7%. The spread on as of October 3rd is 2.3%. So what this means is that there's still more room for mortgage rates to go down because of the spread. It needs to get closer to the average. So right now we're above the average, so it's going to eventually come down to the average, and so there is still more room for interest rates to come down. So if you guys are thinking about buying, you can always refinance it, but if you wait out a little bit longer, you can probably get your payments down a little bit more and take advantage of the 2-1 buy downs as well, or you can use the permanent buy down from the seller. Median home price of a starter home. So this is between 1,200 to 1,500 square feet. So the median price is right around 375,000. Range. This is the range 153 to 950. So 4 out of 22 working days. So this kind of shows you what median price of a starter home is. And if you're looking for a larger home between 1,500 to 2,000 square feet as a starter home, you're looking at roughly around $423,000 for a starter home that is a little bit larger. Accepted contracts on a weekly basis. So the this is 2004, this is 2003, and 2022 in the colors. So accepted number of contracts is right around, we're actually above what it was last year. So we're closer to the 2022 market. So new contracts have stopped declining and beginning to rise. So mortgage rates have come down. We've had a spike in buyer demand, which is good. So the Cromford report, this kind of tells us if we are in a seller's market, a balanced market, or a buyer's market. So we are closer to 100, then we're in a balanced market. So this is demand, this is supply. So supply side is 79.1 and demand is 74.9. As you can see, supply is going up and as well as demand. So they kind of balance out each other with the supply going up, and then as the demand increases, so that we continue to stay in a balanced market when both of those go up. So here's a more visual chart. The balanced market we had a little mini buyer's market here, and so we are currently right here. There's still a bit of a spread there between um, we're we're possibly in a buyer's market, but I'll show you shortly that there's a number of markets that are still sellers markets, still balanced markets, and buyers markets. So here we are right here, another chart for the balanced market. So since the beginning of the year, we've just kind of been kind of gravitating towards 100, the balanced market. So we're not quite in a buyer's market where the market's going to crash and everybody's going to be jumping in. They're going to have oversupply and just a bunch of chaos. That's not the market that we're in currently. Okay, so here's the seller's market, balanced market, and buyer's market. So Fountain Hills is the number one seller's market right now. Scottsdale, um, Gilbert, Cave Creek, Tempe, Peoria are both in balanced markets, and the balanced market and the buyer's market here, surprise Goodyear. So as far as negotiating, if you're a buyer, you can negotiate and get more concessions and more things, lower price from the seller if you're in a buyer's market as opposed to a seller's market. The seller's more in control, so you're not going to be able to get as many concessions and lower price negotiations. So you just got to know what market you're in, and your realtor that you're working with should understand this information and adjust your offers accordingly. Otherwise, you're going to continually get rejected offers. You're going to miss out. Other buyers are going to be beating you out on the homes. Okay, appreciation, median sales price. So from 2003, which was at median price of 435, so you'd be up right now about 2%. If you bought 2 years ago, you're up 8.1%. And then the average monthly price, this is comparing homes that are under 2,500 square feet. So the average price, you're up 0.3% and 8.5% if you bought 2 years ago. And these are all homes above 2,500 square feet. So luxury properties are considered above 2,500 square feet. And so if you bought 2 years ago, a luxury home market is up 13.3%, and it's down 1.8% from last year. Contract ratio right now is the best time to be in the market. As you can see, the number of contracts historically have declined since October, and that's a trend that continues on with the Valley, and we are continuing to see the contract ratio drop in this market. So if you are in the market now and until the end of the year is considered the best time to start looking for a home and buying a home, because those sellers that have had their homes on the market for a while or desperate, and they're more willing to negotiate on price, more willing to negotiate in concessions. So now is a good time to buy. Contract ratio, a number of under contract, which is right around the same as last year. Supply is up 50.4% from last year, which is a good thing because we've had a historical low amount of inventory on the market. Days on market, if you're getting ready to list your property, it may linger on the market for a little bit longer because the days on market on average are up. Success rate, this kind of shows you the success rate of listings. So the bottom here shows you between 0 to 200,000. This is 400 to 500,000, 800 to a million to 2 million. So properties over 2 million have a lower success rate than homes between 300 and 400,000. Top is 79.4%. So if you're a seller, you want to price your home accordingly with the market so that you're not one of the listings that failed, that didn't sell. You need to price your home correctly and me as a realtor, as a broker. I used to be an appraiser, so I can help you guys with that. Um, so this is kind of shows you the market as far as successful sales. Weekly price reductions. A lot more sellers are reducing their prices, which normally happens around this time due to the lower amount of buyers in the market. So historically, price reductions are a popular thing around this time. Concessions, all properties that have sold have had 55% of all homes that have sold have had some sort of buyer concession paid for by the seller. Last year it was 45, 39, 14, so this kind of shows you a historical graph. Concessions are right around $10,000. This is the average. Some are below, some are above that. Price negotiations. So it looks like we're at 99%. So this is homes that sold between a minimum price of 275 and 500,000. So from the list price and what the sold price is, so 1% of all those listings had a price reduction, or the seller was willing to accept a lower price, about 1% below what their asking price was. And this is more luxury home market, so 4.2% is a little bit more of a negotiation gap there. So 4.2% of the homes that have sold had a price reduction from the current asking price. So when you're submitting your offers, keep this in mind that there is some wiggle room between what their asking price is and the actual price that the market is willing to accept. So this is the last slide. It shows everything. Everything points to a buyer's. Everything is in a buyer's favor. So between September of last year and September of this year, so it shows you there's no change there, so it's flat. So that's good for buyers. Median home price is up 2%. It's good for buyers. Overall asking price 21% versus 16%, so that's down. So that's good for buyers. Seller concessions are up. That's good for buyers. Sessions, sell price to list price ratio is down. That is good for buyers. Median days on market before contract is up, so that's also good for buyers. So if you're a buyer and you're looking at buying and getting out of the renter game, or stop renting, paying somebody else's mortgage, now is the best time to get in the market, take advantage of that. I know interest rates are down. They'll more than likely come down some more. But if you wait till next year and the rates come down even more, then you're gonna have more and more competition in the market. So now is the best time to get in the market. Thank you for watching. That ends our presentation. If you like what I present, make sure you subscribe to our channel below. Hit the subscribe button. And also, if you want to reach out to me, I have all my contact information under the More tab. Thank you for watching. Please stay tuned for the next video.